If you ever wanted to get started on anything these days, you know that there is so much information out there and oftentimes conflicting information on the internet. And there's a million different ways to do anything, it seems like. It just leads to paralysis sometimes. For example, just go out and take a look at which kind of diet program you should start today. Within minutes, you'll find so many conflicting pieces of information from veganism to keto to fasting. It's hard to even know where to start. With some people, and you may be one of those, this can create a form of paralysis where there is so much information out there, you just stop in your tracks and you feel paralyzed about which way to go. This is often referred to as analysis paralysis. In facing problems, we have been taught to analyze things carefully, create a carefully orchestrated playbook, a timeline, Gantt charts, and then begin. We don't hear about the big successes in the world, that there are often hundreds of tiny little failures just to get things started. The entrepreneur that doesn't usually talk about the days or even years of failure trying to get something off the ground, and then one day it finally worked. And to top it off, our brains, they have this curious little way that they look back on the past and romanticize all those little times and create a nice tidy little timeline going backwards. And it makes it seem like everything was just in a nice, neat order and even meant to be. This is also taught in business school as the ready, aim, fire approach, which is the process of carefully planning and taking careful aim and then pulling the trigger on your plan. I can tell you from starting my own business that this is absolutely not the truth in many cases, and it's much more messy than people like to talk about. Did I have an idea? Yes. Did I have a business plan? Yes. Did I have a product? Yes. But then I set out to actually create a business and found out there were all kinds of little things that I had never thought of. So I had to continually work through each one of them until things finally started to come together. This can be referred to as the ready, fire, aim approach rather than the ready, aim, fire approach. What I have found in life to be more often the case is that we just need to get started. Perfection of the start should not be the goal, rather than just get moving. It's far better to put on your shoes, lace them up, and get out the door for a few minutes and just get moving than taking weeks or months agonizing over the perfect pair of shoes to walk in. I found that this approach also seems to loosen up your mental power and get you focused because you're actually doing something and you have content to work with rather than just sitting there paralyzed trying to figure out how to get moving. Now, the ready, fire, aim approach does not intend to promote recklessness or shoddy decision making. It's just a way to get started and break the paralysis. An additional benefit of just pulling the trigger and getting started is that you can fail quickly. We often hear that you should go out there and do things and try things even if they fail, so you know the next thing that you should do and what does and doesn't work. You know this quickly. This is a great way to get started. Just take a calculated risk, get out there and get moving. This is not to suggest you should go to pull your life savings out of your accounts today and just blow them on your new business idea, but you could make a modest or small investment and just give it a try. The main benefit of this approach is that you can quickly get busy and learn which things work and which things don't work. Another benefit of getting started this way is that you will just get used to minor failures mixed with progress. This will allow your mind not to think that every minor setback is a catastrophic failure, and instead just part of the process of moving forward. We have starts and stops, we have successes and failures, and we want to push past them. A final benefit that you will notice amongst those that are critical or scared is that they are busy being critical and or scared, and you're busy making progress forward. So to summarize, you don't always have to painfully plan before taking every action. You can quickly evaluate where you want to go, take the necessary preparations, and then just pull the trigger. Think about this as a take action first mindset and just get busy getting busy. You're going to be far closer to your goal because you've actually done something when the other person who is still planning and sitting there and analyzing hasn't done anything at all, and you're going to get busy getting things done. Thank you so much for listening today. Really appreciate your time, and I will see you next time.